everybody, it's Zach again at newtutora.com. I wanted to come in and make a video today. I was just trying to get my bob back together from our camp out. We got back from a camp out about a week ago. If you haven't seen that video yet, check it out. We went out and had our regular annual bug out bag event, where we take our bug out bags and head to the wood line for a few days and then just kind of live out of our bug out bags with none of the real amenities that you would normally take camping. So no tents, just basically a tarp and some basic skills to keep yourself comfortable. Anyway, I took some gear out there with me, and I am a gear nerd. I know some people think different things about that, but I'm a gear guy. I like gear. I like trying new things. But one thing I do know is that when you have gear, you need to train with it. You need to use it. It's wrong to just basically take some new piece of gear and set it aside and say, you know what, that's really cool that I've got that piece of gear. One day it'll come in handy. That's the wrong answer. You need to go out there and train with that piece of gear so that you become efficient with it. And one of the pieces of gear I took out to the field for the first time, and every time we do this, I like to take out something new, or a couple of things new to the field, to give it, the once over, work over, and see how well it handles itself. And so I took out this pair of PVS-14, PVS-14 binocular. I got this through trade by doing a web deal for a friend of mine, and I really enjoy it. I would have never been able to afford this on my own, and so I got it through trade. It was just great, and so I love using it, and it's just an amazing piece of equipment. But even though it's mil spec and everything, I mean it's the real deal. But even though I know this is what the professionals use in the field, if I don't go out and train with it in the field, I'm not going to be comfortable with it maybe at the time that I need it. And so that's what I've been doing. I went out, used it outside a couple times, been able to spot some deer outside with it, and that's kind of cool. But I wanted to really get some field time with it. And so I got to do that a little bit when I was out there. I'm going to do it again here in a park nearby, do a 3-mile hike just through the woods with it, with this only, and get back home with this in the middle of the night. But I got to use it out there. We got to do some night firing with it. It was pretty cool. Got to see the muzzle flash. It's auto-gated, so it reacted the way it was supposed to. The one thing I did learn about this is that I was using it on a headset. Okay, so I'm using it on a headset. I've got the cap on right now. I was using it on a headset, and with my balaclava, I usually wear a balaclava. I want to have some kind of headgear on at all times. And with my balaclava, it kind of like fogged up the lens a little bit, and so I was not that happy about that. So I may have to find either a new balaclava or figure out something new on that. And so we were walking through the woods with this, and we got to do some night shooting with it. It's Generation 3. Some people call it Generation 4 because I think it has a pinnacle tube in it, and so some people call it Generation 4. But I don't know. It's really good. Although it didn't seem to be good enough to see my target that I had set up across a ravine, a metal plate target that was already set up there. I didn't get to see that from where we were shooting at earlier that day when the sun was up, and so I'm a little disappointed about that. It didn't come in as clear as I wanted it to during that time, but otherwise, it's a really good clear binocular, and I can see a long way with this. It was just kind of hard in the woods because I guess it lights up, the trees. I don't know. It's just when you're looking through the trees, it just doesn't, kind of limit your vision for a while. You can still see great with it, no doubt about it. It's awesome. I've seen Generation 2 and I've seen Generation 1, and Generation 3 blows it away, no doubt about it. If you have the means, as Ferris Bueller said, I sincerely suggest you try picking one up. But it's at the same time, until you train with it, until you get out there, you're not going to know its limitations. And so I had to do that. I got out there and we did some night firing with it. I'm going to get a LaRue mount. I tried to do some weapons firing by putting it over here and then having my sight eye open, and I just couldn't really do a whole lot with it. Unless you have a laser on your weapon, an IR laser, it's not going to really work for you. So LaRue has a mount, excuse me, LaRue has a mount for $150, a weapons mount that you can put on your rail system, on your AR or whatever rifle you're using, and that it'll mount this. It's $150. It's kind of expensive, but at the same time, I really, after using it a couple times in the woods at night with some night firing, I just don't see any other way of doing it unless I get that really expensive IR laser, and I don't want to buy that. So I'm going to go ahead and probably fork over the bucks and get the LaRue mount, and then I'll mount this behind an EOTech sight on an AR or on a SIG 5.56. So that's what I'll probably do. I'm trying to think what else. Oh yeah, there's a new gadget that just came out from US Night Vision. It allows you to take your PVS-14 binocular and go ahead and attach an iPhone to it. Which it seems kind of silly, you know. I mean, you got to have an iPhone in the field, but you know, a lot of operators today who are actually out there in the field, they have their smartphones with them, especially with law enforcement, things like that. And it's kind of interesting. They could hook up an iPhone right to this and stream back footage back to command, the command and control center, and so command and control can see streaming over the internet what the people, the operators in the field are seeing. It's kind of neat. It's a $200 gadget. Don't need that. I'm not going to buy it. I don't even have an iPhone. My smartphone is a Windows Phone 7, so I'm not going to buy that. But either way, I mean, there's all kinds of gadgets they're coming out, you know, for these things, add-ons and stuff like that. But I really don't see that as being necessary, even though it would be kind of cool. Other than that, yeah, like I said, get out there, use your gear, go out and train with your gear. If you're not out training with your gear, you're going to fall short at the time when you need it. So I would just urge you to do that. I really enjoyed doing some, you know, playing with this, and I'm gonna. I mean, it's definitely a work hog. And let me turn it on here. I've got the lens cap on. You see the little pinhole right there, and it allows you to see me pretty good. Focus. It won't focus here. There we go. Focus. There we go. There's a focus. So yeah, I mean, it works pretty good. You get the camera to focus a little bit, and I mean, you see how good this is. It comes in really super crystal clear, and when you're out in the woods with this thing, it's just amazing. So, like I said, I absolutely recommend picking one up if you can afford it. If you can't afford it, you know, by hook or crook, get one anyway, like I did. And but it's good stuff. But train with it either way. So that's my night vision review. PVS-14 binocular. Really enjoyed it. I hope you can play with one too. If not, meet me out in the woods sometime. I'll bring it with me. You can play with mine. So, all right. Talk to you later, guys. Go home. Read your Bible. I'll talk to you later. Thanks.